Personality. A set of behavioral, emotional, and cognitive tendencies that people display over time and across situations and distinguish one from another. Traits, constant. States, temporal. Situation, contexts. 18,000 terms for personality. The best source to know about personality are questionnaires. Like Big 5 personality dimensions. They started with a huge number of terms that are kind of the same, and wind up with 5 big factors. Image 1130. 1. Openness. Curious. Imaginative. Artistic. Wide interests. Excitable. Unconventional. 2. Conscientiousness. vs. Lack of direction. Efficient. Organized. Not careless. Not lazy. Not impulsive. 3. Extroversion. Sociable. Forceful. Energetic. Adventurous. Outgoing. 4. Agreeableness. Forgiving. Not demanding. Warm. Not stubborn. Modesty. Sympathetic. 5. Neuroticism. Tense. Irritable. Not contented. Shy. Moody. Not self-confident. Are they stable across life? Correlated 0.50 to 0.70 across 30 or 40 years. The older you get, the more consistent you become, across a 7-year period. Robert Sapolsky. At what age people seem to stop wanting to do new things, and get stuck in their ways. He found that around 30 to 35, people stuck keep their own things, and it's very rare that it changes. Image 1655. On average. Women are more consciousness across time. Women are more agreeableness. Women have a lot of neuroticisms in younger age, and goes down as they get older, but still have more neuroticism than men. Men are more openness. And women have more extroversion. High neuroticism. Pay more attention to threats. More stress. Higher divorce rate. More susceptible to depression and anxiety. High extroversion. Attend more parties, more popular. Leaders. Live and work with more people. Like intense stimuli. High agreeableness. More willing to lend money. Higher grades in childhood. Fewer arrests. High openness. Humanities. Changes careers in midlife. Training programs. Musical instrument. High conscientiousness. Faithful. Higher job ratings. Smoke less, drink less, drive safely, live longer, less risk for Alzheimer's, 89% less. Play musical instrument. There are a few genes identified as significant risk for Alzheimer's, like APO gene. If you're homologous for that, you have a higher risk. But that gene is a far smaller risk factor, mathematically, than being low conscientiousness. It is due to genetics or environment. Correlation monozygotic. 0.4 neuroticism. 0.6 extroversion. 0.6 openness. 0.4 agreeableness. 0.4 consciousness. Dizygotic twins. 0.2 neuroticism. 0.2 extroversion. 0.2 openness. 0.3 agreeableness. 0.3 consciousness. Which means there's a genetic contribution to personality. Also. Work/leisure interest 0.5. Happiness 0.5. But. Parents and family environments have zero influences in your personality. Because. There's no difference at all for personality whether twins are raised together or apart. Also. In a household, if you have an adopted child and a biological child, sharing the same environment, they're no more similar than two random children in the world. And there's zero parental influence on the way in which you produce your language, like the accent. Your personality is already driving your actual environment. We don't know. Situationism, you behave in a certain way in a certain situation. Temperament. It's an innate, biologically based propensity to behave in some way. It's broader than traits, and it's observable. Shyness. Babies who are fussy, 20%. They're high reactive, more crying, motor activity, faster heart rates, higher levels of cortisol. Faster heart rate in womb, maybe because their sympathetic nervous system is easily aroused. About 75% of babies who look shy, they wind up being shy. Kids who at 3 had poor control, are more likely to get in trouble at 21. Thrill seeker. Fast driving, drug/alcohol use, accidents. They have lower level of MAO-B in blood, which may allow dopamine, reward neurotransmitter, to last longer at the synapse. Brain correlated of personality. Images 46:20. Thickness of cortex. There are physically measurable correlates for personality dimension in the brain. Amygdala - more emotionally intense equals more response. Now. Extroverted equals amygdala responds more to positive things. Introverted equals amygdala responds more to negative things. Extroverted equals amygdala responds more to happy faces, less to fearful faces. Introverted equals amygdala responds more to fearful faces, less to happy faces. Introverted. If you're shy and you know somebody well, a lot of shyness disappears. But if you show them a face of somebody they don't know, their amygdala gets more activation than if they see a people they know. And extroverted, they get the same activation when they see a novel or familiar face. Also, if you see a fearful face, you have whatever reaction. But if subliminally you see a fearful face while you're anxious, the subliminal face will drive an amygdala response. SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphisms, genetic variants. One involves a serotonin transporter in the amygdala. There's a short or long allele. If you have short allele, you're more vulnerable to anxiety. Also, if you show them a picture of a fearful face, their amygdala gets more activated. Gene X. Caspi. They looked at people with stressful events in childhood, 3 to 11, and as adults, 21 to 26. The ones who had short allele, had more depression and suicidality in response to stressful events. They're just more vulnerable to anxiety if they have a stressful event, but if they have zero stress, they're perfectly okay. The worse the environment, you double your chances of depression. Image 59:00. Bad environment plus short allele equals more depression. Good environment plus short allele equals perfectly normal.